Alrighty then. Let's go sell this ring for 2x. What was it? Is that what it was? Hello and what is up, YouTube, by the way? Welcome to another day in the life of G3 Iron, where we are streaming and selling stuff. He wants an Onslaught Spiral Ring. Oh, he wants this thing. There you go, buddy. For 2x. What a way to start the day. A 2x trade. Not bad. I like it. Very, very happy with that. All right. Well, welcome, one and all. Today we are streaming some Path of Exile. The plan today is to stream and test out Spectres, as well as help you guys with Path of Building. So we'll do the Path of Building stuff later on in the day. But let's go let our friends over on Discord know what we're doing today. And that's the plan. We're basically going to balance the day out between messing around with Spectres, which right now I've got, 4 slave drivers. That's what I'm using. That's what I've been using primarily on this character. This character is a level 87 Necromancer, G3 Spectres Draconis. That's what the passive tree looks like. I've got 1 jewel slot over here to grab Feasting Friends, or Feasting Fiends, along with Vicious Bite. And then up here on the large one, I've got Feasting Friends and Renewal, along with Call of the Slaughter. And then in the small jewel slot, I've got First Among Equals, and then Precise Commander. And then I believe I've got the same amount down here. Increase of non-curse aura effect, and then non-curse auras have increased duration. And then Precise Commander, which is Crit Strike Multiplier for minions, which is pretty big. And then some more Precise Commander and some more First Among Equals. So that is what we are doing in terms of our skill setup. I'm going to mess around with this throughout the day because I'm just not happy with it presently. But we've got this 6-link race Spectre at minion level 24. So I think I can get 4, or maybe it's even 5 Spectres now is what I'm at. Or maybe it's level 25. I think I get another Spectre. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. All right, let's go tell everybody that we're streaming. We are live today with testing Spectres and helping community members with POB advice. Drop by, say hello, and maybe get your build made fun of live on stream for the benefit of community morale. We are live. There we go. All right. We've now let all of our friends on Discord know. We've got to, of course, add our emojis. The millennials don't know how to read anything if it doesn't have emojis on it. Of course, us boomers, we know how to read things, right? You guys are all boomers in chat, right? None of you are those filthy millennials? Hopefully. Hopefully not. What's up, Nightshade? Welcome. Nightsage says, I've got 2 Spectres that you can use if you want. Something Synthesized and Redeemer Sentries. Interesting. Yeah, the trick the trick today. Wow, apparently I'm losing my voice already. The trick today is going to be basically testing Spectres while also testing Spectre health. Right? Like Spectre damage, Spectre abilities, Spectre quality of life. Like, the question isn't just, hey, can you use a Spectre? It's also, hey, how do you optimize that setup? So today will be something of a theory crafting, POB, but also testing stuff live in the field version of a stream. So I think I've actually got some Delve juice, so let's go Delve to get warmed up with these Spectres. I think I've got zombies built into this build as well. Hey, welcome, Mike. Welcome, Taco Mage. And so those are the various things that I think are built in. But not sure. Your white balance is way off your camera. Thanks, Mike. Thanks for pointing that out. I'm just glad my camera is working at all. because yesterday it was not. Yeah, for whatever reason, my camera just does not like me anymore. I don't know why. I can go in and change it and make it worse. But I went to my local store yesterday, and they said they are completely out of cameras. Completely out of them. So, awkward pale face iron is what you got today. I can turn off one of my lights. Maybe that helps. I don't know. Not really. This is what it was yesterday. I'm just glad that I got a webcam that works at all. Whew. But we can mess with that throughout the day. Throughout the day, we can change the colors and the backdrop and all that good stuff. Okay. So we've got almost 4,000 sulfite. Let's go... where's Desecrate? Here's Desecrate. Let's go make some Zombos. And then let's get some stuff supported with Generosity. Camera is haunted. It's the only possible answer. Oh, see, Taco Mage. Taco Mage knows. Oh, Mike, you're not rubbing it in, man. You're not rubbing it in at all. Yesterday was a big case of the Mondays for me. It took me an hour and a half to try to get everything going just so that way I could even try to stream. Whew, it was a tough day yesterday. Okay, so right now our auras are Zealotry, which gives crit and spell damage. And then I thought I had another aura that I wanted to use. Cast when damage taken, Immortal Call, Convocation. Didn't I have one more aura I wanted to use? Fortify, Shield Charge, Second Wind Dash. Good. Generosity, Zealotry. Oh, and Wrath. That's right. I think I've got Wrath on my other character, because I was adding lightning damage. Here's my Meat Shield, Elemental Army. So this means I have to swap characters and then and then go resummon all my zombies. Okay. So my Wrath is over here on my Guardian. Nightshade says, what's the counter next to the number of Spectres in the top left of the corner? That is my Magnus Eclipsis. All right, where's Wrath? Here's my Wrath. And then is there anything else that I need from this build? Don't I have like a Corrupted Blood? I thought I have a Corrupted Blood. I thought I had a Corrupted Blood roll on something. Is it right here? Nope. That's reduced mana. Could have swore I had it. Nope. Nope. This is my stupid Guardian build over here, by the way. That is what we are grabbing stuff off of in the moment. What happened to my maybe I sold my Corrupted Blood? Or is it in here somewhere? Nope. Where? Oh, let's sell this. Well, I'm looking for my Corrupted Blood Jewel. Mike, you can't spawn into your hideout unless you are a PvP character. Only PvP only characters can spawn into their hideout. That wasn't my hideout. That was the Karui Shores. FY. Superior Astral Plate. Which one do you want, buddy? You want this one? For 1.5x. Here you go, buddy. 1.5x. Ta-da! Alright, 1.5x. There we go. And, yeah, I can't find this jewel. Where would I have put it? Corrupted Blood. Nope. Corrupted Blood cannot be inflicted on you. Okay, there it is. It's in my 1x tab. Is that the 1x or the 4? It's in my 1x tab. Okay. Let's go back over to our Necromancer. And we can resummon everything. Hey, what's up, Nicholas? Good morning, Iron. Glad to see you stream some PoE today. Me too. I'm glad to be here today. I'm glad that the stream is working. Ha! Sort of. Sort of. It's working. Supposedly. Ha! So yesterday I went to stream some Mountain Blade 2. And I was supposed to start streaming roughly this time-ish yesterday. And as I was sitting down and getting everything going, I went to turn on my internet capture device, and my webcam just did not read anything. And that was an awful, awful reality in the moment. Like, what? And then going to the store and seeing that they were out of webcams, just another awful, awful reality. All right, so let's grab this Corrupted Blood. Here it is. It's an Abyssal Jewel, which is nice because then it goes in our Stygian Vise. It doesn't take any more passive points. Okay. This is looking good. What other stuff do I even want to do with my passive tree? I think I'm just happy with my passive tree. I mean, there's a jewel socket right there. Oh, I should do this. I should refund these two. What am I thinking with my passive tree? Refund 10% life to go grab Soul of Steel right now. Let's do that. Yep. There we go. There we go. Okay. We've also got Barbarism, so that should solve a little bit of our defensive issues. Yeah. Our Chaos Resistance is pretty crap. Could I swap this out? Oh no, the Jinx Juju. This is really good, actually. So this gives you increased effect of your curses. It gives you Chaos Resistance. It gives you Intelligence. But then it also gives you increased effect of non-curse auras from your skills. And then it also gives you 10% of damage from hits as taken from your Spectre's life before your own. So it's kind of funny. It's like, hey, let my Spectres tank for me, but my Spectres are almost never going to die. So, all right, let's turn off our auras. Both of these auras, by the way, are supported by Generosity. So we are giving Wrath and Zealotry to our Spectres right now. That's the setup that we're currently using. I'm not permanently committed to that. We don't have to do that all day. I'm going to be testing out different Spectres. A couple of different Spectres. In fact, I should probably put that up as a list, huh? Should I do that as a list? I could put that up on the stream. I think I can add a text block onto the stream. I think I can do that. Let's see here. Let's see if I can do that. Spectres. Oh, wow. To test. We want to test the Vol Advanced Fallen. Also want to test... There's another new one as well. Delve Monsters. Delve Dogs. There's another one I wanted to test as well. It's a... the Baron Preachers. Slave Drivers at the moment. There we go. Let's see if that works. Does that show up okay? Eh. It's not great. There we go. Let's do that. That makes it a bit better. There we go. Can you guys see that on stream, hopefully? Hopefully. Oh, hey, look at that. The chat box is finally working. There we go. Let's move that over there. Whew! Took it like 20 minutes for the chat box to work, but now it's working. What's up, Mark? Hi, does this session help builds with Spectres only? No. No. We'll be helping everybody with their POBs. Well, we'll take a selection. I'm not going to help everybody with their POB. I need to tone down what I'm saying already. I will take a wide selection of POB help today that we'll offer. It will not just be for Spectres. But while I'm playing today, we're going to be focused on messing around with Spectres. So that's what the plan is. All right, so let's show what these little guys can do here. So we get Wrath, we get Zealotry, we get our Minion Golem going. Okay, anything else? Nope, we've got Dash. We've got Shield Charge. All right, let's go down into a Delve, and we'll see. We'll see how quickly we die here. I'm level 87, so I want something that's above 77. Here we go. This is 79. We got any Azurite that I can farm? Sure, here's some Azurite that we can farm. There we go. Let's go do this. Nicholas says, being so knowledgeable on summoners, would love to see you try the Redemption Sentry and hear your take. Is that what Kay has been running on her Spectre, Queen of the Spectres? If that's what Kayella has been running, I like them. I've watched a couple of her videos. They look good. So far, so good, is what I would say. Oh, somebody asked a question earlier, by the way. Sorry if I did not get to it. What is this number up here? The Elemental Aegis. It is a shield that is provided to you from this shield, Magna Eclipses. It is a temporary amount of HP that blocks elemental damage, or rather absorbs elemental damage. It acts like an additional layer of HP for you, is essentially what it is. And it recharges back up to 1,000 when you don't take damage for a while. But you can see here it's at, what, 439? Now it's back up to 1,000. It only takes elemental damage, so it doesn't block physical damage. It doesn't block chaos damage. But it gives you essentially temporary HP until it gets broken down through, which is quite effective. It's quite nice. It's quite handy to have around. Alright, Zealotry just leveled up. Ooh, what level is this? It's level 19, which is really plus 22. Nice. And then we've got Awakened Generosity Support. I forgot that I had one of these. That's fantastic. What does that give you? Non-curse auras from supported skills have 45% increased effect. That's great. And it's already gem level 3. Woohoo! Mark says, thank you. I desperately need help on my Ignite Chieftain. Let me know if you are keen, but I will stay tuned anyway. At the moment, we're just showing off Spectres for a bit, so it'll probably be 45 minutes to an hour before we even touch anybody's POB. So just an effort of full disclosure. Uh-oh, hey no, why am I stuck? That was spooky. I got stuck for a second. So don't act like you're sticking around like, oh, well, Iron said he was going to look at my POB in like 5 minutes. No, I didn't. We will look at POBs throughout the day as we are testing Spectres. So this is what slave drivers can do, which everybody knows what slave drivers can do. If you've played Spectres, you probably know about slave drivers because they're really, really good. Now, you can use other Spectres. There's basically a couple of different ways you can think about Spectres. You can think about them in terms of utility and support, or you can think of them in terms of DPS. So right now, obviously, I'm using slave drivers as my primary DPS. I'm trying to do everything that I can to boost their DPS. Through the crit nodes on, what is it? It's not Purposeful Commander, it's Precise Commander, which is quite good for increasing allies' critical strike multiplier and critical strike chance. The damage is pretty good on these guys. Oh, they come from Redeemer, yeah. Yeah, I think those are the ones, Nicholas. I think those are the ones that are indeed coming, that Kay is using on her Queen of the Spectres build, which I am super duper glad that she has been featuring Spectres, because we need more people in the Spectre community to be testing Spectres, because frankly there's a gazillion of them. And so as a community we need as many people showing off the different Spectres as we can get, because it's going to take us a while to get through all of the different types of new Spectres that are out there. Hey now, you guys aren't supposed to be dealing damage to me. Yeah, there you go. Go deal with my zombies. Go deal with the zombies. Alright, so for utility skills, what we're using on this build is we are now using Bone Offering. For a while I was using Cyclone with Fortify Boots in order to make it so that way I wasn't... what do you call it? I was always proccing Fortify, and I was always moving, and I was always immune to stun. That was pretty nice. I enjoyed that. But the problem with Cyclone for this particular setup is you can't use a minion wand, and you can see here I've got a pretty flippin' sick minion wand. +1 to level of all spell skill gems, and then +1 to level of minion spell gems. That's pretty flippin' awesome. Now my block chance when I'm using Bone Offering, where is it? 69% for attack damage and 48% for spell damage. That's my block chance. So that's a lot of my defensive layering in this build is built into block. And then Fortify to reduce when I do get hit. And then of course Spectres take some of my damage when I do get hit. And then lastly, my Elemental Aegis, which right now is down because I took all that damage. Also, we are using the trick. Those of you who don't play Summoners very often, you may not know about it. We are using the trick where you put Feeding Frenzy onto your non-main 6-link. So, like, you put it onto your zombies. You can put it onto your golem. You can put it onto your animate Guardian if you wanted to, but you put Feeding Frenzy somewhere that's not in your main link setup, because for a main link, it's not that much damage. Yes, it does make stuff aggressive, but the reason why you want Feeding Frenzy is you want Feeding Frenzy because of the buff that it provides. It's much more important for the buff that it provides rather than for the damage multiplier that it provides. There's just better damage multipliers for your 6th link, which, speaking of my 6th link, so I showed this off already. Ray Spectre, Deathmark support, Elemental Focus support, minion damage, Controlled Destruction, and then Spell Echo. That is what I'm using for my slave drivers. That's not like a universal best build or anything like that. For Spectres, that is a tailored build specifically designed for how I am using these particular Spectres. McLean says, how do we submit POBs if we need help? I'll let you know later on in the stream today, McLean, because we're not doing those presently. When we start accepting POBs and start looking at a couple of them, that is when I will let you know what you can do. But the worst thing to do is to tell you guys, hey, this is how you can submit your POBs, and then say, hey, we're not doing that for like an hour. It's like the worst thing to do. It's kind of a dick move, IMO. Like, hey, here's how you can submit your POBs, and we have no idea when we're going to get to them. Because we're doing two things today. We're looking at POBs, and we're testing out Spectres. So, I literally, you guys have seen me get started in my day of PoE thus far. So, like, I've made a few trades and doing some delve to actually get hand-eye coordination going down and remember what the heck I was doing on this build. Because basically for the last 3 weeks, like since the last time I touched this character, I've just been playing my my Guardian. So, haven't really touched Spectres much. So I'm excited to actually be back to mess around with Spectres and Necromancy today. Because that Guardian build is legitimately one of the most broken builds I've ever played in PoE. It's still incredibly strong. Even after the bug fixes and the changes, it's ridiculously strong. I was actually debating retooling this character with just stacking a bunch of auras and stuff for minions. And it's kind of what I originally was doing. I wasn't stacking nearly as many auras, especially defensive auras, as the Guardian stacks. With this build, I'm just stacking Zealotry and Wrath because those are two really good auras for slave drivers. Oh, look at that. Woo! Orb of Regret and an Orb of Fusing? It's totally worth it. I'm so glad I came all the way down here into this Vol City. Totally worth it. Hey, where are my guys? There we go. Go get them, fellas. Look at the damage on those guys. Man, their Spell Echo is pretty strong. I'm talking, of course, about the slave drivers. When they actually get going onto their lightning attack, it's pretty effective. Look at that. Some Vol Orbs, some Chaos Orbs. We are rich, folks. I just paid for our next build. That's fantastic. Oh, hey, was I bleeding there? Something looked like I was bleeding there. Oh, am I out of flares? I'm totally out of flares. There we go. But we killed everything down here anyway. Alright, away we go. We actually got some decent XP off of that. That's funny. I'm so used to not getting any XP off of playing my Guardian that it's actually weird to to see the XP bar move in a single zone. Oh, that's funny. Justin says, Summoner with Guardian still okay with no Herald stacking? I believe it. Essentially what I was thinking was, okay, so use all of the purities, right, in order to get, max elemental resistance for me and for my minions and my army. And then you stack, one or two decent offensive auras, like Zealotry, like Wrath. I suppose you could use Pride if you were doing Baron stacking and just wanted to go Brutality. But essentially taking it so that way you're an Auramancer, but you're an Auramancer for your minions. Which is kind of what I'm doing half-assedly. This is kind of a half-ass approach to that. Okay, I do have an Animate Guardian, so I should probably equip him at some point. That would be fun. Do I actually have... Where's Animate Guardian? HE. Where did he go? Here he is. He's equipped with Elemental Army, Meat Shield, and then, of course, Raise Zombie. I don't have Minion Life on there. Do I want Minion Life over Elemental Army? Elemental Army gives a whole bunch of elemental resistances, +3 to maximum. Minions from supported skills inflict exposure on hit, and then they deal more elemental damage. I could care less about the elemental damage. Although that's actually an interesting elemental damage multiplier. That's 30% more. That's better than Deathmark. It's a better rate that's better there than just flat Deathmark. Then again, using Deathmark against bosses is really nice. That's interesting. Maybe I should do that for my Spectres, actually. That's fun. Okay, so one of the first Spectres that we wanted to mess with was the Advanced Vol Fallen. So... that's one of the things that I want to check out. We are rich, Saya. Rich. Hey, Nightshade. Giving the Civ 2 shout out there. There we go. All right, so where is the Enhanced Vol Fallen? Where can we find these guys? Enhanced Vol Fallen. These are the really, really tall guys with massive swords. And we can find them in Vol Outposts is where we can find them. Okay. So I need to find some Enhanced Vol Fallen in some Vol Outposts. All right, so they could be actually in Delve. So I may actually need some juice for this. I've got 20 juice. Okay, so I'm gonna have to run a Nico mission to get some juice to then go find a Vol Outpost. Let's see, do we have a Vol Outpost that's available to us? Do we see any Vol Outposts? No, those are smugglers. Vol. Any Vol Outposts? Smuggler stash. Am I going to have to go sideways to find one of these things? I might. Also, I'm going to have to change up my gem setup anyway once we do find them, because they're a completely different gem setup. Oh, here we go. Here's a Vol Outpost. Oh, it's only monster level I-83. That's not terrifying. All right, so I'm gonna need like a couple thousand to get in here. All right. So let's go do what? A Nico mission. Let's throw this into our dump tab. Oh my gosh, my dump tabs are a mess. I haven't touched my dump tabs in like a week. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's go do just a regular old red map. Here we go. Regular old dig. We'll just alk it and go. Yeah, that looks fine. Alright, do I have an eco mission? I do. I should probably be doing tier 16, but frankly, I don't know if this guy can survive, especially with 3,800 HP in a tier 16. Mark says, hey, I have a shield. Provides more than 30 resistance for each cold fire and lightning with +1 socket melee gems with enchanted 70 life. Do you think it would be worth anything? Early on in a league, sure. But at this point in the league, probably not much. +1 to socketed melee isn't going to matter much, like on a 3-link. I guess it's +1 level to your shield charge and your fortify. I don't know. I hate to poo-poo your item there. Early on in a league, it would be good. Early on in a league, it would be very, very strong and reliable. And if it was hardcore stuff like that always sells. But if it's softcore league, then probably not. Hardcore, you put life and resistances on anything, and it will sell. That's just the reality of hardcore. Oh, hey, now. Let's get away from those guys. Hey, wait a minute. Here is a Vol... This isn't a Vol outpost. It's just a Vol place. Did I turn off my POE sounds? Did I straight up mute them? Because I'm not hearing them at all. Item filter. I just want the item loot filter turned up. Like, I don't care about the rest of it. If something drops, I'd like to know, though. Yeah, I think between block... I think this character is actually decently strong between the block and then between all of the taunt that's available. There we go. That I actually heard that one. Alright, mission complete. Let's see what this is like as a bosser. We'll show you guys what this is like. Dump tab sorting stream confirmed, says Taco. No, I'm not going to do that to you guys. Yet. I won't do that to you guys yet. Maybe later on in the day, but not yet. Hey now, you shouldn't be doing that much damage to me, lady. You should be dead, yo. Come on now. Okay, where'd she go? There she is. Where'd she go? There she is. She dead yet? I'm not dead yet. I feel better. Okay, she's dead. Oh no, I don't have a portal gem. What am I thinking? I have a slot for a portal gem right there. I've got like 3 portal gems in my hideout. What am I thinking? I need to find a portal scroll. Quickly. Oh, but Iron, you could just relog. Yeah, I don't want to resummon all my zombies. Where's a portal? Oh, we could go in here and see if we can find a Vol. Find an advanced Vol Fallen? I doubt it, though. Whew. Michael says, we have way too many homeless currency in this game. We need slots for oils, etc. IMO. I would agree with you, my man. You will not hear any disagreement from me on that front. Got a lot of homeless currencies at the moment. It's kind of sad. Are these are not advanced fallen right here. Wait, why is my... There we go. Vol Bone Warden. That's not what we're looking for. These guys aren't what we're looking for. So essentially what they look like is they're the really, really tall guys with long swords. Like, they make really slow attack hits, but they hurt a lot. And so you can use them for bossing, and it's quite hilarious as an option. At least you used to be able to. So I kind of want to test them out, see what they're like now with all of this purposeful commander stuff, or precise commander stuff. The Chaos Degen here is actually hurting me. Yikes. And dead. Whoop. Oh, that's a 3 dragons. Nice. Portal scroll? Portal scroll? Nope, no portal scroll. Oh well. Away we go! Quickly, back to the dig map. Where we hopefully can find a portal scroll. Hey, there's a portal scroll. Pick up 2. Pick up 2 for good measure, for when I forget to grab a portal gem in the next map. Alright. So let's go here. Let's grab... Where did I put a portal scroll? Did I put it in my character swap tab? Nope. Where did I put it? There's one. Ta-da! Is that's in my cast when damage taken setup, isn't it? Yeah, that's in my cast when damage taken. Okay, well, there will be portals everywhere. We'll have portals all over the place. Alright, so what should we talk about next? Okay, so raised Spectres. So right now I've got 4 raised Spectres, and the reason why, I'm going to look this up directly from the raised Spectre gem entry on the Wikipedia. Does this show up if I pull this over? I don't think it does. It does not. Okay, because I guess I'm using a window capture. So let's see what happens if I do this. If I swap this to grab... Are any of those right? Nope, nope. Nope, none of those are right. Well, never mind then. Let's see if that works. Did that work? No, it didn't work. Maybe I just broke the stream. Maybe that's what I did. There we go. All right, we got POB back, so that's good. All right, so this is what it says. I'm reading it to you directly from the Raise Spectre site. Here you go. Putting that into chat, so if you want to read along with me, you can. Taco Mage says, Iron desperately trying to find portal scrolls is why I watch the streams. There you go. I mean, this is the top end of quality entertainment in Path of Exile. Looking for portal scrolls. All right, so this is the way the raised levels work. When you are, what level is it? Maximum number of Spectres goes up to 3 Spectres at level 25 on the skill gem. You get 3. You don't get a 4th one ever from the skill gem. So when you hit level 20 or level 13, you go up from 0 additional Spectres to 2. And then you go from 2 to 3 at gem level 25. That's from the Wikipedia. So we are at gem level 24. We are what? Like 150 some odd mil away, 140 mil away from getting to gem level 25, which would give us a 5th Spectre. So we are getting our other Spectres from our chest, which gives us +1 to the maximum number of Spectres. And then I think on the boots, yeah, we've got +1 to level of all raised Spectre gems. So that's how we are able to get to gem level 24 in the first place, which means I can get to gem level 25 without having to corrupt my raised Spectre gem. It's just a cheaper alternative. Now, a raised Spectre gem that's level 21 that's corrupted, let's see what that actually is like, because it's probably actually pretty cheap at this point in the league. Like, I probably should just go out and buy one. Yeah, it's like 85 chaos. Pretty cheap. Pretty cheap, honestly. And quality on Raised Spectre, what does it do? Quality just gives you increased movement speed. So that would be kind of nice for Spectres, but not necessary. So I could go out and buy one for 90C. Do I have 90C? I should just go out and buy one. Because we're going to be testing. Yeah, I've got 90C. We're going to be testing all day with Spectres. So I'd rather just go out and buy one. Also, this chest piece, I'm probably going to have to change up this chest piece, unfortunately. Because the chest piece probably doesn't have the right links for all of the different setups that we want to do. Because I'm pretty sure Advanced of All Fallen are basically all physical. I think I'm going to do them with a Brutality setup. Alright, so let's do that. Now we're gem level 26. Woohoo! Which gives us even more damage. It's 1.9x and it gives movement speed. Okay, right on, Mike. So there you go. It's the difference between what? An X or 2? Mark says, if you log out, do you have to get your Spectres all over again? No, your Spectres are persistent. Your zombies, however, are not. So it's kind of obnoxious in that regard. Throw that in the character swabs tab. Throw all this crap back into a dump tab. Dump, 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 dump. Dump. Alright, so we got some Nico juice. So let's go down and visit a Vol encampment. So this should actually give me an additional Spectre. So let's raise... Where did my Desecrate go? Let's raise another Spectre. I might actually have to get rid of one of these. There we go. There's another slave driver. Oh, and always remember to take off Spell Echo. I forget to do that sometimes. If you are raising Spectres, remember, and you are using Spell Echo with them, make sure that you take off Spell Echo when you're actually raising them. Otherwise, it'll cast twice, and maybe you'll accidentally raise like a Spectre that you didn't want. Then you've got a whole bunch of Spectres you didn't need. Okay, so we got 5 of these guys now. If I really wanted to optimize this setup, I'd probably go 3 slave drivers and then maybe like 2 chieftains. Go with one of them giving me power charges and one of them giving me frenzy charges. But that's for another time. Okay, here's a Vol outpost. This is where we want to get to. This is level I level 83. I might die here. We might just straight up lose our character. Oh, that's right. We're playing softcore. We might lose some XP. That could be what happens here. But let's find out. Oh, goodness. Yeah, there's a lot of damage in here. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, there is a lot of damage in here. I'm totally not gonna be able to do this. I level 83 zone. Less than 4k HP. Yeah, I mean, I've got my Magna Eclipses to protect me from elemental damage. I am really relying on my block chance right now. Blocking and hiding behind walls. That's going to be my strategy. Block and hide behind a wall. I mean, I am a summoner player, though, right? So that's what I do anyway. Hide behind a wall. Let my army go do the thing. Alright, so where's the wall? Where's the equivalent wall here? Here we go. I also have no flares. That was stupid of me to come down here with no flares. Just keep popping. Bone Offering. Keep applying roomies. There we go. We did it. We actually completed an encounter at, what, monster level I-83. Wow. Surprisingly strong. Who knew? Alright, can we get here? Not yet. Alright, so I gotta go here. I gotta go to the Smuggler's Stash. I love, by the way, that Second Wind reduces cooldown on stuff. That's pretty cool. I like that. I should be using that with Convocation to reduce cooldown. Alright, these guys are obnoxious because sometimes they do chaos damage. But we got them anyway. Alright. There we go. Look at all these fossils. That's great. Look at that. We got rich. We're rich, boys. Alright. Can we go into this Ruined Chamber, the Vol Outpost? Yes, we can. We've got enough juice. Let's go pick up some Vol Enhanced Fallen and see what those guys are like. I was debating today either trying to push on my Guardian or test out Spectres. And I've just been playing on that Guardian for like the last couple of weeks. And it's fun. It's hella tanky. But I was like, you know what? I haven't messed around with our Spectres for a while, so let's make that happen. Can't get too out of touch with your army of the undead, otherwise they get upset with you. You know, they're like, hey, we're lonely. All right, so if we go down here, are there any enhanced Vol Fallen? That's what we're looking for down here. I suppose I could actually just spam Desecrate to try to get them to appear, right? Whoa! And that's being one-shot. Hey, is that one? No, that's the construct. That's kind of what they look like. That tall guy with the big sword. That's... There we go. Deadly Colossal Vol Fallen. That's kind of what they look like. Do we see any of them in here? I don't see any of them. There's the Vol Fallen. We want the enhanced Vol Fallen. Well, there's the lesson there. Don't get hit, right? Jeez. I don't think I had my roomies up. Or maybe my roomies just straight up failed. That's possible. So now do I have to try this one? I guess so. Let's try to Desecrate. I wonder if, since I'm in the zone, if I can actually summon them via Desecrate. Let's try it. That would be too convenient, right? Risen Vol Advocate. Risen Vol Zealot. Vol Slayer. Is that him? There he is. He's right there. All right, so let's raise that guy. All right, so let's take all this stuff out because we're going to swap up this this entire setup here in just a second. So I need, where is it? Risen Fall Advocate. No. Don't stop. Okay, that guy. That's the guy I want. That guy right there. Oh goodness. Okay, now take me home, West Virginia. Okay, go back to our hideout. Now we should be able to summon him in our hideout. Whew. Okay, there he is with his sword, right there. So, let's try this. Enhanced Vol Fallen. Let's try him. Whoops. That was bad. Apparently my computer did not like that. Okay, let's try another one. Enhanced Vol Fallen. Enhanced Vol Fallen. Do I have 5 of them yet? That looks kind of like 5 of them. Alright. Woohoo! There's 5 guys with big swords. Alright, let's go to our stash. What is it that this guy wants? He wants the Cobalt. Chimeric Cut. What does this have on it? Effective non-damaging ailments. Nice. There you go, buddy. It's all yours. 17 chaos. Woo! There you go. Go away. Go away. Shoo. Take your jewel. Go away. What? That's literally the name of the jewel. Chimeric Cut. Okay. Which one? That's literally the one. Unless I have 2 that are the same name. No, I don't have 2 that are the same name. What is PS? Give me a sec to check. You messaged me, my man. You messaged me. Ah! So which one, my dude? My dude. This is the one. Which one? You messaged me. Thanks. Have a good one. No, not that one. Not the one you're trading me. Not the one I messaged you for. Oh wait. Yeah, that one. That exact one actually. Oh man. He just wants his 10 seconds of fame, says Mike. I mean, his 10 seconds of fame for being not awake enough to read? I guess that's something. Okay, so we now have our Vol Advanced Fallen. Alright, so the next thing that we want to do is we want to determine what's the best setup for these guys. So, according to the POB data, I think I'm just going to swap over here. Can I swap over to like a monitor capture for a second? Can I do that? What happens if I do that? Hey, look, it worked. It worked. All right. I'm glad that worked. Okay, so this is the enhanced Vol Fall, and this is what they do. They've got a melee attack. Strike your foes down with a powerful blow. Then they've got elemental hit. And then they've got a leap slam. That's supposedly what they've got. Their attack time is 1.6. The damage on that is a lot. I feel like that's a lot of damage. Alright, so at level... What level are these guys? I have no idea. Well, these guys should be the max level, right? Because I took them from a level 83 zone. And this doesn't change at all, right? It just changes the damage? Yeah. So the damage goes up to 2,000. This is what it looks like. Okay, so let's try this. I don't think that this is that much elemental damage, right? Elemental hit, that is going to be elemental damage, but this is what we actually want to scale up. Attack can repeat, so we could use multi-strike on this. So let's see. Let's see what we can do here. All right, let's swap back over. There we go. Let's take a look and see what sort of shenanigans we can set up with these guys. And then we can go test it. Mike says, "Damn, I'm trying so hard to corrupt Abyssal Jewels to get corrupted blood cannot be inflicted on you." Yeah, I've got one of them right here. Woohoo! It's a searching eye jewel. So it's not perfect. Like, the only thing that really matters to me is the life and the corrupted blood. So that's what I went for. That's just me. Okay. So let's try a brutality setup. Let's try minion damage. Ooh, conk effect, right? Because they're melee area damage. Oh, it says it's single target. Okay. It says the elemental hit is an area hit. That's interesting. I wonder, so if I set this up with brutality, they're just not going to do any damage, right? Whenever they choose to elementally hit. Let's see here. I could do added lightning. I could just do flat added lightning. And then I could still use, like, zealotry and wrath. Because it's still classified as an attack. Elemental hit is still classified as an attack. So I don't want any, like, spell damage or anything like that. Let's not do a brutality setup. Let's see what they can do with... Let's do minion damage. Where did my minion damage go? Oh, I've got one already, right? Yeah, so let's do minion damage. We could do Deathmark support still. These are the ones that we don't want to do. Then we would want multi-strike. We'd want multi-strikes, so that way they repeat their attack. Would we want more melee damage? Where's the melee damage? More melee physical damage. Melee splash. We could make a melee splash. Well, we also said conch effect. Okay, do I have a conch effect already? I think I've got a decent level conch effect up in here. 11 or 17. There we go. All right, so I have one more gem slot for these guys. I guess we could still try like. I guess we could still try melee physical and then see what it does. Melee physical. Oh, we could do fortify as well, because that's just more melee damage. It would give my guys fortify. Sure, let's mess around with it. Why not? Oh, how bad is this going to be? This is going to be so bad. James says, what are you currently testing? Good question, James. I need to update this. We are currently testing Vol Advanced Fallen. That is what we are currently testing. Testing Vol Advanced Fallen. That is what we are testing presently. There we go. It should be like right next to my face is what we're presently testing right now. Also, if you're enjoying the stream, by the way, shout out to everybody who's enjoying the stream. Make sure that you ding that little like button. I always forget to remind you guys to do that, and then you guys forget to actually hit it. So make sure you hit that little like button, because that lets more people in the community know, hey, we're streaming. So I want 2 reds on this. So here's another problem. I never pick up chromatic orbs anymore. Like, they are definitely sorted out of my tab. Like, I've got 19 chromes. That's what I've got left. I'm going to have to go buy, like, 1,000,000 chromes. Can I just buy chromes with X? Hey, what's up, Diz? Diz says, or Bad Touch says, hey, Iron, how's it going? By the way, I tried Esh minions, and they are fabulous. If you want any, just let me know. Very nice. Yeah, we might mess around with those later on today. So I need this to be 2 red and then 4 blue. That's what we need here. So this is an evasion base. So good luck hitting 2 red, 4 blue on this. There's no way I'm going to hit that. There's just no way. Yeah, at least 2 red. The rest are going to be green. Yeah, 2, 2, and 2. Oh, that's too funny. I'm going to need to go out and buy like a gazillion chromes for this. Alright, so let's go look up chromes. Is anybody selling chromes right now? I need like 1,000,000 chromes. Because this gives me an additional Spectre. That's pretty flippin' nice. Oh, I shouldn't leave here actually without raising my Spectres back up. Because otherwise I won't have access to them anymore. So, and then we would have to go back into the delve to get them. Yikes. Alright, so let's look up chromatics. Let's go buy some chromatics. You might think I'm an addict, but baby, I just need some chromatics. I'm trying out this new Spectre link. Please, please, please trade me in a blink. That is some impromptu POE poetry with yours truly, G3 Iron. Hello and welcome to the sultry sounds of G3 Iron's Poetry Hour as we attempt to buy chromatics off of the market. Oh, man. None of these people are actually here. This is pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Jose says, I tried Vol Fallen, and the single target is amazing, but the clear speed is lacking, I will say. Yeah, the clear speed is terrible on these guys. There is zero doubt in my mind that the clear speed on these guys is atrocious. But I really want to try out the single target. Jose says, the Redemption Sentries have so much damage in life and they can freeze, so that's a huge defensive option. That's a good point. Yeah, anything that can freeze... Very, very strong for defensive options. I'm going to spend like more currency on actually chromaticing this vest than potentially buying a vest that already has this roll on it. Okay. Who am I buying from here? 99 chaos here for 1,000 chromes. Do I even have room for 1,000 chromes? I think I do. 99 chaos here. Here we go. And maybe we'll hit this. Maybe we'll spend 99 chaos to color this properly. Eventually, later on in the day, I'm going to try something out and want like 6 blues, and I'm going to be so angry. I don't have any chromes. James says, what you do is have Vol Fallen for bosses and something like skeletons for clear. Yeah. Yeah, bossing specters are, by nature, meant for, you know, bossing. So, can't really fault bossing specters for having terrible clear. Like, that's by game design. That's going to happen. Okay, we've now got 1,000 chromatics. We have brought our Vol Specters back here. Let's drop these chromes in here. Are there any green gems that I could be using here? I could be using faster attacks. I could be using Culling Strike. I don't think there's much else that I could be using. 2 red. I should just be manually rolling this. Oh, that's really close. Oh, that's really close. Do I want to keep that or keep rolling it? What could I use as a green skill gem for... Oh, could I use close combat? Cannot support skills which create minions. Well, that's dumb. So I guess that doesn't... Let's see what the game tells us. Let's see what the game says. Raise zombie, raise specter. Okay, it says no. Well, that's silly. Fine, be that way. I didn't even want to play with it anyway. Anything else that's green? I think faster attacks or Culling Strike. I think that's it. Yeah. All right, so let's raise up another 1 or 2. Whoops, that's a desecrated bone stalker. I don't want one of them. I want these guys. Yeah, those are the guys that I want. Yeah, there we go. All right, so let's go grab what, like faster attacks? Added cold? I can do added cold. Good call, Jose. Great minds think alike. Oh, that's funny. We could do cold. We could do blind. We could do blind support. Onslaught support. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we could do blind or culling. Yeah, Nightblade you can't use with... Oh, we could do poison. We could poison stuff, but we want to have big hits. That's our goal. Our goal is to have big hits. Oh, we could do impale. Impale effect. Let's do that. I think I actually have an impale, don't I? I think I have an impale. Or I used to, anyway. Yeah, I used to, apparently. Where's my impale? Here we go. Level 19 impale. Alright. We're in business, boys. Minion damage. Death mark. Multi-strike. Fortify. Alright. Vol Advanced Fallen. Here we go. Let's go see what these guys are like. Mana Leech? Yeah. Mana Leech is a thing. All right, let's get our Animate Guardian going here. Do I have my uniques for my Animate Guardian? Oh my, look at all this crap. Where is my chest and boots and stuff? We've got Victario's Flight. Do we have an Ambu's? Nope. I could give it, like, Comb's Heart. Let's just give our, yeah. Let's give our Animate Guardian and Comb's Heart. Screw it. Why not? What else? Gloves. I think they're southbound, right? That's what we want. I don't have any southbounds? I don't believe this. I don't have any southbounds? Like, I haven't just naturally dropped any? That gives me what? Gives me maximum life? Now, the southbounds are actually much better. Alright, let's go buy a southbounds. Let's get our guy really equipped here. Southbound for 1 chaos. None of these people are going to respond, right? It's too much to hope that somebody would respond to a 1 chaos trade more than a month into the league. There's just no way. Let's just PM a million people. That's what PoE is. PoE is a game of PMing a million people. And then we want to get a Kingmaker. Because why not? They're only 40C. So why not? Flat life is not very good for AG. I agree. I agree, but I already have a Combs. I think I actually do have a couple of percentage lives. Actually, TBH. I think. Let's find out. I thought I had some... Yeah, that's got 10% increased life. Let's use that. Did I have one that gave 12? No, that gives 9%. I thought I had some. Watching like one of these crap tabs, I would have a I'd have a southbound. Was one of these chests? No, these are all still relatively early league crap. Oh, one of these might have it. Yeah, that's 10% and 115. It's 10%, 112. What else does this have on it? Mana ES. This has got cold resistance and chaos resistance, so let's do that. Alright, so let's throw our Combs back in here. Let's throw on... What else do we want to throw on? Do we have a mask? I don't have it. I could go with an On's Contempt. Ooh. That would really be helpful, right? No, I need to get the Lear Mask. Do I have... I thought I dropped a Lear Mask. I thought I dropped one. This was, of course, ages ago. I probably sold it and was like, I'm playing a Guardian. Why would I ever want to save that for an Animate Guardian? Why be an animated Guardian when I can just be a real Guardian and never take damage ever again? Yeah. Yeah, I must have sold it. That's a bummer. It's not my character swaps tab. Alright. Let's go find a Lear Mask. Oh, Kingmaker, that's right. Kingmaker, here we go. Kingmaker for 42 chaos. Come. Sell it to me. Sell. Oh, there we go. Boom. Got a sale. I love that I'm putting all of this time into my animated Guardian. I'm like, hey, let's test Spectres. Oh, that's funny. Oh, man. Alright, 42 chaos. There's our Kingmaker. Ta-da! Oh, Mike says you got a Lear mask? Alright, Mike. Send me a PM in game, Mike. Just say, I've got a Lear mask. That's all you gotta say, my man. Alright, let's go start putting this guy together. Did you know that you can't build your Animate Guardian? Mike, you're not going to find my IGN by that command. It's, all of my profile information is down below in the video description. That's my character name presently. G3 Spectres Draconis. Alright, so you can't build your Animate Guardian in your hideout, but you can in the mine. They call it a mine. A mine. Alright, there we go. So now we've got our Animate Guardian. Now I'm just gonna if I literally type my name into chat, you guys are gonna troll me. I know it's gonna happen. Even though it's literally right there in the video description. Restricted? What's restricted? You guys should be able to look at the video description. Should have like all my character names on there. There we go. Thank you, Xenon. Whoever Xenon is, thank you. Shout out to Xenon. Alright, let's trade here. How much is a Lear mask? I don't know. Is it 2 chaos? Is it more than that? Is it less than that? I don't know. It's probably more than that, right? I will take no streamer handouts. Yeah, 2C sounds good. It looks like 2C is what it's going for. So, there we go. Bad Touch says, I would never troll thee. Yeah. No, I know you wouldn't. Alright, there we go. Alright, so now we have a fully equipped Animate Guardian who's all ready to go. Well, thank you so much, Mike. Thank you, Xenox. You are truly a good guy gamer. Alright, so we've got 5 Vol Fallen. Is that 5? Wait. That one of them's just a skeleton. Okay, I need to desecrate again. Dang it. And why don't I have enough mana? I don't have enough mana. Oh, okay, because they're all supported by stuff right now. That's why. Alright, did that give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? That looks like that gave it. Okay. Alright, now supporting these guys. Zealotry is still good. Oh, no, it's not. It's not anymore. Because it's spell critical strike chance. Okay, Wrath is okay. Because that gives flat lightning damage. You know what I should be doing? I should be doing, like, Pride. This is what I should be doing. Pride and then a banner? Maybe? Your character profile on Path of Exile's website is set to private? No. No, I'm pretty sure it's not. I mean, maybe it is. Thank you for letting me know if it is. I don't think it is. If it is set that way, then that's funny, because then literally for multiple years... No, it's not set to private. Everything's open. Everything is public. I was going to say, otherwise for years, literally, I've been posting that, and people are like, well, we can't access your guys. Okay. So let's use Pride. Oh my goodness, my work phone is blowing up. The link is broken? Either the link is broken or it's set to private. I would far more likely believe that the link is broken. That I would believe. Here you go. See if that updated it. There we go. Try that now. I have now updated it. Okay, so let's go to Pride. Anything else that I would want to add on here? Oh, Precision would probably be good, right? Pride Precision. Anything else? Ooh, Hatred. Yeah, I think Hatred would be good. Nearby enemies take increased damage off of War Banner. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do Pride and Hatred, just because I don't have a bunch of mana reserved shenanigans. I guess I could come up here. I could lose even more HP to have reduced mana. Let's try that. Sure, why not? We're testing today. We're having fun. This isn't about building an optimized build. This is about having fun and testing Spectres today. There we go. Okay, so let's try this. So we would use... We would want this all to be red, basically, right? Or 2 reds and a green. What else do I need? Feeding Frenzy, Bone Offer. Yep, I need those. Yeah, so this is what we're looking at here for a setup. Pride and Hatred. Okay, so 2 reds and a green is what we're looking for. Whew. Works now like a charm. Yeah, it must have been a broken link. That's what I'm gonna say. All right, so we want at least 2 red and 1 green. Can I get 2 red and 1 green? Boom. There we go. First 15 chromatics. Okay, so let's go Pride. Let's go Hatred. All right. We now have an almost semi sort of setup. A sort of semi setup. All right. Now what we want to do is go back over to character swaps, dump all of our fantastic gems that we just were using on our slave drivers. Because at the end of all of this, let's be honest, we're going to find out that this was all a terrible idea to test Spectres. Okay. The first thing that you want to do, I'm telling you guys this, some of you know this, some of you don't. The first thing you want to do whenever you're testing a new setup, go to Blood Aqueducts. Just get used to where your crap is on your bar. Okay? Get used to it. Get used to where your shield charges, your mobility, your damage, all that good stuff. Just get used to it. All right, where's that guy? That guy. All right, we're all here. Look at these Vol Fallen. They're not even doing anything because they're Vol Fallen, and so they're not going to do anything. The zombies are going to clear better than they are, but that's okay. All right, we still got Convocation on W. Still got our what? Bone Offering on R. Oh, I think I saw some lightning damage there. Okay. All right, let's get out of here. Let's go test these guys. Bad Touch says, I'll say one thing about the Animated Guardian. Don't use him in a Simulacrum. He will die. Mine did. I believe that. That makes sense. That makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. All right. Let us see. What should we go fight now? Should we go do a Delve encounter? Should we go find a... Let's go find a map boss. Let's go find a map boss. Who's a good map boss? Crystal Ore? Malformation? Canyon Map. Canyon Map's got a couple of people, right, to hit, and it's a tier 16, so we'll probably blow up and explode. Sounds fun. Let's go lose 10% of our XP. Let's go do it. Oh, let's do this with beasts. Yeah, we'll add some beasts. Blood Aquas is a good way to benchmark them so you can see how they perform compared to other Spectres. Sure. But you should, ideally, when you're testing something like this, you should have an idea and a concept in your mind of what already your build was doing when, in an ideal setup. It's one of the reasons why, like, I started the day off by using my slave drivers, right? I wanted to see what exactly the day was like, or what exactly the damage was like with those guys set up as they were intended. This red beast is giving us a little bit of a fight. Then again, a lot of our support gems for this setup are actually pretty low level. That's a good counter. It's like just a good reminder factor. All right, here's another yellow monster. Whoa, what are those? So like celestial explosions there. Gilded Divination. Why, thank you. Yeah, I think their damage is going to be fine against bosses. It's going to be terrible for clear. All right, let's zoom all the way to the boss. You know, as long as we don't die, that is. Which we probably will. Yeah, we're going to die. Oh, goodness. All right, can we pop a spirit offering? There we go. Okay, here's some bosses. Oh, goodness. There's Deathmark support. They're actually killing these bosses okay. Oh, my goodness. Now, I'm going to get killed by the bosses, but the Vault Fallen are actually doing some work here. Oh, goodness. What was that? Ha! That must have been an inhabited or a possessed... The possessed chicken, right? Shooting with his crossbow. That would be my guess. Nothing else died, though. Oh! I'm so dead. I'm bleeding. What am I bleeding to? No, that's got to be ground, right? I can't... I think I'm immune to bleeding. So it's got to be some kind of cold ground or some kind of degen ground. Let's see. Let's lose all of that XP that we gained earlier in the day. Okay, so here's him. He just charged. Yeah, it's some kind of ground degen. As soon as we got off of it, we were fine. It's definitely a ground degen. All right, so these guys are not doing nearly enough damage to justify their existence on the planet. I mean, multi-strike is really low level. And Fortify is not going to be nearly as good as doing melee physical. Let's do I'm already getting Fortify from Kingmaker. So let's do the melee physical. There we go. We'll try that instead of Fortify. We'll see what that does. Probably not much. Also, how does Pride interact with Generosity? Because Pride doesn't affect me anyway. That's interesting. It's an Ignite? Oh, I'm getting ignited. Okay. I believe that. Go get him, Vault Fallen. No? Where are the Vault Fallen? I don't even... There they are. There they are. They're smacking him now. Alright, go get him. They are so slow. Look at that guy wandering. They are so slow. Oh my goodness. They are literally the slowest monsters I've ever used. Oh my gosh. Look at him walking around. Okay. So that was the Advanced Vault Fallen. Not Not necessarily the most intimidating of specters. Oh, man. Mike says I have to go to the shop. I'll be back in 30 minutes. All right. Stay alive, Mike. Stay alive. Getting run down a lot? Yeah, tell me about it. All right. So we've crossed Vol Fallen off the list. Don't like them nearly as much. And these look like different Vol Fallen. Wait a minute. Like, that guy just looks like a skeleton. He doesn't look like a Vol Fallen. You see that? He just looks like he's a wandering skeleton, dude. So does this guy. Did I not summon a whole bunch of Vol Fallen? I thought I did, but the animations on those guys look like zombies. They don't look like Vol Fallen. Vol Zealot. Is that what I've got going on here? Huh. Vol Zealot. Why do I have... You know what I must have done? I must have been summoning... That's what I did. I had raised Spectres on spacebar, and so I was summoning up new Spectres, oh my gosh, as I was trying to fight them. Instead of having Deathmark. Oh my gosh. And this is why we test stuff out in different zones like Blood Aquas. That's why we do this. Oh my goodness. Okay, Enhanced Vol Fallen. Right there. There we go. I was like, why is it that they're not doing anything? These guys don't look like the guys with the swords at all. Alright, let's blow up all these corpses. Blow up all these corpses. Start afresh. There is a Vol Zealot. Vol Zealot. Enhanced Vol. Okay, there we go. There's one of them. Rooster Fiend. Let's just get a bunch of roosters. Desecrated Bone Stalker. I probably was raising some of those too. Roosters. Enhanced Vol Fallen right here. He's over here somewhere. There he is. Alright, let's get him up. Okay, how many do we got? It looks like we're missing one more. I need one more. Alright, do I have 5 Advanced Vol Fallen? Looks like I do. Okay, let's put Deathmark support back on my spacebar. Oh my goodness. Now let's go try that again. Alright. What is this map? A crystal ore map? That actually looks somewhat intimidating. Do I have another canyon map? Alright, let's go hit it again. Let's go hit another canyon map. Let's see if this does anything different. Oh, why do you want to buy something for an X? Wants to buy my shield for an X. Here you go, buddy. It's all yours. Alright, there we go. Some more money in the bank to waste on chromatics. Alright, before we give these Vol Fallen the kiss of death, let's give them a fair shake where I'm not just walking around summoning the wrong thing all the time. There we go. Look at that. They're actually clearing now. They're actually dealing damage. Holy crap. What an amazing feature. Alright, let's go through here. And let's go find the boss. Whoa, hey now. Let's go find the boss. Let's renew our block chance, please. There we go. I'm getting slowed down by something. Renew our block chance. Oh, that's popping chaos explosions. That's bad. That's very deadly. Very, very deadly. We killing the red beast? Ah, there's the red beast. Kill him! Ah, I'm dead. I was ignited. Ah! Do I not have an ignite flask? No, I've got a bleeding flask. What a silly... And then I've got 2 utility flasks that do absolutely nothing. Oh my gosh. Oh, man. There we go. Remove burning and ignite. Get rid of this. There we go. Away we go. Probably quicksands. Could be. That one was definitely ignite. That one I actually saw. Look at that. He's actually going down pretty quick. Whoa! Speaking of going down quick! Covered in webs and ignited. I must have actually popped my flask too soon. Hey, remember how we were gaining XP using slave drivers? Oh, man. This is great. How long does it take to kill a single red beast using a really crappy configuration? Look at this. This was all worth it. We got a convoking wand. Alright, let's go find the boss. Let's see how many times the boss is going to kill us. Where's boss? Here's boss. Here's another boss. Kill him! That boss actually went down okay. Yeah. That boss went down okay. I could see these guys actually working out. Like, I've got terrible leveled gems. I could see these guys working out as bossers. I could see it. Definitely not for clear. I would think I would want to set up my zombies or my skeletons for the clear. Maybe even SRS. And then bring those guys in. Another thing that you might do is you might set them up with the Blood Chieftains that give you frenzy charges, because that would definitely help with their move speed and their attack speed. That would be another option.
Hi, my name is Carrie Scribonia.
All right. So I'm gonna say these guys are interesting, but you would want to set them up. I would think you would want to set them up with a brutality support gem. Oh wow, that was an encounter. With melee physical at max, and then maybe like awakened multi-strike. But at that point, if you can purchase awakened multi-strike, like, you can make anything work, right? Like, your price point is sky's the limit for supporting your Spectres. Oh, let's see what they do in a breach. See how terrible this is. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. See, they're just not clearing enough to actually let my character be alive. Slave drivers would be clearing that out, no problem. Okay. All right, that's enough testing of Spectres for now. We've been live for what, like over an hour? So, let's go ahead and pop open our Path of Building. If you would like help with Path of Building, this is the way to do it. You need to send me a PM on Discord with your Path of Building paste bin. Okay, send me your Path of Building paste bin on Discord. So send me a PM. If you don't know how to get a hold of me on Discord, you need to join our Discord, which there should be a Discord link down below in the video description. Again, maybe that link is broken, so let me know if that link is broken as well. But you can join our Discord and then send me a PM. I am not going to do things on a first come, first serve basis. I'm going to do things however I want to do them. So if you send me a POB and I just don't like it, I might not take a look at it. If you send me a POB and I have no idea what to do with it, I'll probably look at it and say, hey man, I have no idea what to do with this. So you can join our Discord with the Discord link down below. If you're already on our Discord, you can send me a PM and include your paste bin. If you don't know how to include your paste bin, you go up here to import, export, build, and you can create your own paste bin for your own character by importing your character name. So for me, it's Steel Draconis. And I would go click, and then I would say, whoops, one too many E's. And then I would say, hey, which of these characters do I want help with? Let's say it's this witch. Where is it? G3 Spectres. And you would say, hey, let's import this. You'd import the build. And then you can generate your own code and share with the paste bin right there. That's how you do it. And then you'd copy that and you would PM that to me on Discord. All right? That's the way how we do this around here. So I'm going to run and grab a drink and use the restroom and tinkle. You guys are going to send me your POBs on Discord. And then we will be back here in a few moments to actually take a look at a couple of these different POBs that you guys have sent. be like, okay, so does this mean that we changed what we said we believed in 2014? Okay. Yep. Yep. No, I agree. I completely agree. Okay. All right, let's get this show on the road. All right, let's get this little guy plugged in. Whew, what did I miss? What did I miss? Did you guys send me some POBs to take a look at? Hopefully. Hopefully we've got some POBs to take a look at. I am back with an apple and with some more hot beverage. There's nothing better than some hot beverage. Hot beverage! Where did Iron go? Hiding from scary POBs. Yeah, that's the answer. All right. Let's take a look. All right, so our first one that we're going to take a look at is from Blasting Mouse, which I'm sure you're trolling me, aren't you? Are you trolling me, Mouse? Probably are, but let's find out. All right, so Mouse says, I would love if you had any ideas on how to get to 4K life and 10K mana. All right, 4K life and 10K mana is our goal here for our buddy Blasting Mouse. All right, Wojek, if you have interest in having your build submitted to our POB help, make sure that you follow our instructions. Our instructions are send me a link to your POB, send me a paste bin to your POB via Discord. So send me a PM with your POB over onto Discord. All right, let's make this a little bit bigger. There we go. All right, and now we can actually take a look. So this is Blasting Mouse Pathfinder. I've actually taken a look at this. Here's the fun thing. I've actually seen him show this build off, I think. So Blasting, correct me if I'm wrong. But I think this is the build that you were showing off early. So what this build is this is a Pathfinder mana stacker. And here's his damage. Where is it? Wait, where's your 6 link? There it is. Vol Arc. Okay, so he's got an Arc Pathfinder that is stacking mana, and of course it's using Archmage. So this is what he's got so far in his setup. He's got Vol Arc, Empower, Archmage Chain, Elemental Focus, Spell Echo, Control Destruction. That's what he's got set up. And that is in his body armor. And his body armor is Cloak of Defiance, which has got a double corruption, 6% reduced fire damage taken, +2 to level of socketed duration gems, which I believe that applies to Vol Arc, right? Because it's tagged as duration, because it's Vol. Yeah. Yeah, so there you go, +2 to level of that. So what is it? It's a +5? Oh, jeez. Yeah, this is the mana stacking Pathfinder. Okay, so this is the one that I've seen before. This is already a ridiculous build. It's already really, really cool. So I'm going to do this as a really quick pitch. If we were featuring this build, if I was featuring this build, I would zoom all the way in right here, and I would say something to the equivalent of, hello and what is up, YouTube? My name is G3Iron, and today, if you've been wondering about how to play a build that isn't a Herald stacking Guardian, and that isn't necessarily seeking to abuse all of the various new notables that have been introduced through Delirium, but instead, you would like to roleplay yourself as a piano flasking Pathfinder that can smash through content utilizing the new support skill gem Archmage, yes, that's right, Archmage and Pathfinder, then you have come to the right place. Take no further look than Blasting Mouse's Pathfinder Archmage Vol Arc Stacker. Okay, so that would be the pitch. That would be the intro. Okay, so on his Pathfinder, he's got Veteran Bowyer for the pen as well as flash charges, and then Fizz as extra random element, reduced Fizz, or reduced elemental, and then immunity, and then elemental damage during any flask. Okay, and then he's just got a bunch of flask effect. Yeah, just a bunch of flask effect. That's what he's got. Okay. I'm not going to complain about it. This looks good so far. This is a really interesting build. I'm going to say that. All right, so we want more mana. So we're at level 94 is what it looks like we're at. Am I reading this right? So we should be level 94. Our total life, 3,700. And we want to hit 4K. That's Blasting's goal. We want to hit 4K. And we want to hit 10K mana. He's at 9.2K mana right now. I mean, wow, that's Liquid Inspiration. That's a lot of mana. I didn't realize you could stack that on medium and on large jewels. That's actually pretty, or on small jewels. That's pretty cool. So what's your increased percentage of mana? Let's take a look at that. Let's first start looking at our mana. Increased mana from the tree is 452%. Your mana regen is 4,147. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he regens like almost half of his mana. Yeah, half of his mana basically every second. That's incredible. I'm not sure if there's that much more increased mana that you can even have on the tree. Let's take a look at that. Oh, that's actually pretty good. But it reduces the cost of your skills, which would nerf your damage. So that's pretty understandable. This is an 8% node. And that's only one skill point away. Isn't there another mana cluster up here? Charisma, isn't it? Mind Drinker. What if you swapped your anointment from Mana Flows to Mind Drinker? It's another 2% that you would get. It would significantly nerf your mana regeneration rate. That's one spot. Blasting says, look at the notes for my actual regen. Your total regen is actually more than your total mana. Oh, that's great. Blasting, this is great. Okay, so your tree is already basically gorgeous. Let's just start off there. First off, your tree is already pretty much gorgeous. So you could swap out from Unnatural Instinct. How much are you getting from this? You're getting 18%. You could swap out from this to an Intuitive Leap. Let's see what that does. And again, you've probably already taken a look at all of this. So let's see what that does to your tree. No, that's not enough. You actually lost 200 life from that. You gained about 100 mana. Yeah, wow. You may have just literally min-maxed the hell out of this thing, dude. So if you could take these 3 nodes, that puts you up to 96. Cal said you can't convert 100% of your damage taken to mana. You can't. The total that you can get up to, I believe, right now is 50%. But yeah, I think there might be. Isn't there a unique jewel that turns Energy Shield into mana? Isn't there one that does that? I'm just looking at the unique jewels now. That's literally what we're doing right now. Okay, Healthy Mind gives you increased mana, and then increases and reductions to life are transformed to apply to mana at 200% of their value. So that's one. So Healthy Mind. Oh, Spirited Response. Interesting. I didn't realize that also gives you flat mana. No. Yeah, Watcher's Eye gives you increased. No. I think that's it. Okay, so healthy mind is it. Healthy Mind is the only one. Blasting says, the Militant Faith is giving me Agnostic, which sets my ES to 0. Yeah. Let's swap all of this out. There we go. Did we swap that out? Okay, so that's back to Intuitive Leap. We want to make this back to Unnatural Instinct. There we go. Oh, what happened to our mana? What did I do? I just mutilated our mana. I just did something. I just totally screwed the pooch on something. All right, I'm going to go back and re-import this. There we go. When in doubt, hit reset. Okay, so we're at 92. Let's take a look at the items. So maybe our tree is actually nearly as good as it's going to get. Actually, I don't know about these 3 nodes. This is 3 passives that I don't know about. This is good up here. This is 20%, 28% over 3. That's going to be hard to beat. That's 8%. This is 4 nodes away from you, right? 4 or 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 nodes away, and it's 8, 18, and 25. That's 43% mana over 5 nodes. That's 8.6% increased mana over these nodes versus 28 divided by 3. Oh, so this is more mana point efficient. This is better. Yeah, this is tough. I think your tree isn't where it's gonna happen, unless we just start mutilating different aspects of your tree. Like you could lose out on your flask effectiveness, but that's a part of your build. That's like a part of why you are what you are as a Pathfinder. This is kind of weird down here. Do you need the accuracy? You could get rid of these 2. That frees up 2 passive points. I guess you're just using that for like shield charge? Is that... No, you're using Flame Dash. You're not using shield charge. Well, that's kind of weird then. Okay. A couple of things here. So now we're going to move from the tree to items. A couple of things you can do here. First off, your shield, this has got a really, really low roll. Where is this? The Demon Fiend? Or, yeah, the Demon Fiend. This has got an incredibly low roll on mana. Like, what's the top roll that a shield can get on mana? Let's take a look here. I'm sure you've already done all this, Blasting. I'm sure you've already done all this, but this is just taking a look. Let's take a look at the highest rolls that shields can get. Looks like the top mana shield on the market is like 115 total mana. Lucas says, oh, you're doing build help? We are, Lucas. You can send me a PM on Discord with your POB, and we will do our best to get a look at it. You think the shield nodes next to the Ranger Star is not on my build? Okay, well, it's on this POB that you sent. I don't know why those are there, but we'll take those two off. So that gives us 2 passive points to play with. Which just mana alone, like here's another 8% mana over here. And then I think there was another one up here, 8% up here. So with those 2 passive points, I would go there. That puts you up to 93. But seriously, what you want at this point is actually flat mana. That's actually what we're looking for. So on your items, if you change this on your shield, let's not even make this like some perfect shield. Let's just pretend that it's a good shield. Let's make it go from 23, let's make it go up to 80. And then save. That one change added 400 mana. Going from 9,300 to 9,700 on your shield. Now, granted, you might not be able to find a shield with all the rest of those stats. Some attack speed, some dodge, some spell damage. Like, that's a really good spell damage roll. But doing that alone, that bumps you up from 93 to 97. That nearly gets you to 10k. Next thing. Your gloves. Okay, your gloves have got triple resistances on them. Let's take a look at gloves for mana. So these are gloves that have got crafted life and then triple resistances. So let's look here. We're going to look up like the most expensive gloves that are out there. That have got life and mana. Here we go. Can you guys see that? Let me know if you guys can see that. This is what we're searching for. Life, mana, resistances. Your gloves have got at the moment... I'm actually going to kill this program for a moment because I'm just AFK over there. It's just hog and ram. Your gloves have got 69 to life and 63 to mana. So let's just take a look at 80 mana and 80 life. And then let's say 40 here... 40 here, whoops, and 30 here. Oh, I'm doing something wrong here. Oh, 80 is probably too high. Or maybe 80 on the life is too high. Okay, so this is, your gloves are actually decently rolled for the mana total. So this is only 100 chaos. I should go buy these up right now. I just signed off the game, but this looks like your pair of gloves right here, my man. Maybe it is your pair of gloves. You've got 63 mana on yours. This guy's got slightly better lightning resist. It looks like tier 1 is above 68. So let's do this. On our trade search, let's just, for a moment, bear with me. Let's say, oh, you're perfectly balanced across as well for Wise Oak. Okay, I'm not going to do your Wise Oak searching for you, Blasting. You can do that. I'm not going to balance your Wise Oak for you right now, but let's just drop these, right? Because you're overcapped by 70. So let's drop those and see what happens now. We go from 3 results up to 41, and when we're looking for the maximum total of mana, 73. So if we were to take these and say, okay, let's say we upgraded these. What are they called? They're called Gloom Fingers. All right, let's edit these bad boys, and let's say instead of 63 mana, let's say it's 73. All right, so that puts us up to 97.69. Okay, so now let's try to get a few more, up, like 1 or 2 better rolls on mana, and this thing is going to explode. Okay, you're using an Essence Worm because what are you using? Are you using Anger or Wrath? Yeah, you're using Wrath because you're using Vol Arc. Okay. So on our ring, you've got crafted 48 mana along with 7% of damage taken as mana over hit. Over 4 seconds when hit. That ring is like gorgeous. If we get off of that ring, then we're going to lose a ton of HP. So I can understand why we're on that ring. That's a beautiful Vermilion ring. You could, is it Cerulean? Is that the one that's for mana? You could use a Cerulean ring and then you'd just be over 10,000 probably. But I can understand why you're using this ring. That ring is gorgeous. Okay, in terms of your weapon, why are we not using +1 to level of lightning gems? Like, you're using all arc. I don't understand why I use the chaos gems on this. Is it just for the flat 152 mana? Is that why you're using that? On the Plague Bite? That's probably why. I mean, it's got a lot of damage on it. It's got, what, 50, 60 some odd lightning and spell damage? Toxic, yes, the ES on this ring is a waste, but it's such a really, really superb ring. Other than that one line, everything else is great. Everything else is great on that. I think let's look for a wand. Let's look for a wand next. Okay, so we want mana. We need to have at least 150 mana on it. And then we also want lightning skill gems. Whoops. I can't type. Lightning skill gems. And then we want a grand total spell damage on here of at least, you've got like 60 between spell damage and lightning damage. Oh, well, that one's just 15x, so, you know, that's fine. You can afford that, right? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That one just went up 22 minutes ago. That's actually got a little bit more. If we get rid of, you don't even have +1 to lightning. So if we get rid of the +1 to lightning, what does that do to our search terms? Wow, you can get wands that go up to 193 maximum mana. Holy crap! Mark says, your channel is a fortune of faith. I just got a doctor listening to you trying to build this fun Pathfinder. There you go, man. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. I would try to update this just for the maximum amount of mana that you've got. That's another thing that I would try to do. That's what I would try to do. I would try to get as much mana as I could. So let's just pretend that we've got this same wand. Well, let's go up to 180 maximum mana, let's say. Where are we at now? Save that from 97 up to 99. Okay. So we've made changes to our wand. We've made changes to our shield. We've made changes to our glove. No changes to our ring. What about our belt? All the increased mana recovery and flask mana recovery rate are going to be really, really like essential for that. What's the top tier roll that you can get on a Stygian Vise? Actually, before I do that, let's take a look at your Cloak of Defiance. What can this roll? I mean, it's corrupted. I understand it's corrupted. I just wonder if you could re-roll this with a higher roll on your Cloak of Defiance. That would be one thing to look at. Omeo can, I think 20% is what Omeo can. No, I just want Omeo can. I think that's a natural roll, right? Yeah, 20% is the highest. Okay. So those are good. At Zeri's Foible, I think that's a max roll as well. $24 plus 100. Yeah, and then you used Catalyst to boost this. Right? So that's the top tier for that as well. So your uniques are good. Your uniques are set. Your rares are where you can pump a few more points into them, and you'll get up to 10k. You've got a ton of jewels here. Most of these are cluster jewels. I would say that the next best thing to do now. Man, if only this was voices. I mean, granted, you would lose this and you would lose this. But if you used voices for a third medium slot, then you could grab another entire ring of liquid inspiration plus spike concoction. So that would be another thing that you could do. That would be another thing you could do. And I think that'll put it to you at about 10k mana. The problem is then going to be squeezing life out of everything. Your increased life on the tree is only 101%. So there's just not that much more that you can grab. There you go. At 117 at level 94, you're at 10k mana with those changes. So we can't quite get you to 4k life and 10k mana, but we can get you to 10k mana. All right. That was our first POB build preview. We're going to take a look at our second one now. This is from Mark XYY. We're going to copy this. We're going to go back. Don't save. Going to go to new, import. So Mark, hopefully you are in chat. And hopefully you will be able to respond. We are featuring your build presently. All right, so let's take a look at Mark's Ignite Chieftain. Whew. All right, as I'm taking a look at this, whoa, I gotta try to figure out if I can do something with this light. All right, whew. Oh my. If I just open the windows, does that kill my lighting? Yeah, it pretty much does. That's a bummer. No windows for me. All right. Patrick, you can join our Discord. All of the links are down below in the video description. Mark, by the way, don't feel bad if you are a beginner. We are all beginners in PoE and learning together. That's what we're doing, man. We are all learning together. That's what we do here in the G3 community, is we learn together on pretty much a daily basis. For instance, today I learned you can build a Pathfinder with 10,000 mana. Okay, so Mark has got a chieftain. Let's find out what Mark is doing here. Okay, I already see a couple of things that I would do, but I'm not sure what you're aiming for. So Mark says, this build took me 5 minutes to clear a map before the boss, and took me 7 minutes to kill the boss. Okay. Durzo says, really enjoying the theory crafting, always nice to learn. Durzo, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Speaking of which, if you guys are enjoying our stream, if you're enjoying the chat, if you're enjoying our time together here today, you can make sure that you can thumbs up the video. You guys are actually doing the rest of the G3 community a favor because you're letting them know, hey, we are streaming and we are talking POBs today. So giving a thumbs up is quite helpful. Okay, so you're a blood magic character. So Mark, just from the very get-go, I'm going to let you know from the very get-go, a lot of players do not use blood magic in Path of Exile. I'm just letting you know from the get-go. It's a cool thing. If you are totally committed to blood magic, we can try to build around that. But the vast majority of players try to avoid it because it's simply not worth the amount of stuff that is required for you to use it. Mana is so good in this game presently that it's not worth using blood magic over it. That's what most players do. That being said, you don't have to follow what most players do, and that's one of the nice things about PoE. You can do whatever the heck you want. All right, what is your gem setup? Okay. So Mark is using Vol Fireball, Deadly Ailments, Greater Multiple Projectiles, Burning Damage, Ignite, Proliferation, and Efficacy. So first things first. Right now you're level 78, Mark. I'm not sure what tier of maps you're trying to do. But at these gem levels, just at these gem levels, I would be surprised if you can even go through yellow maps efficiently. Usually you'll want to be at like 18 or 19 as you're pushing through yellows into reds. And then 19 and 20 into reds and endgame bossing. So that's the first piece of feedback. Continue leveling your gems. And if it's taking you a long time to clear a particular map or a particular type of zone, it's okay to take a step down from that particular type of map and then continue to level up your gems. That's the first thing. So keep leveling. Okay. All right, so I got good news and bad news about your cast when damage taken setups. So you have two cast when damage taken setups. So these are going to share a cooldown. So they're going to alternate what they can go off of. Okay. So The very first thing that you need to know about cast when damage taken setups is that they share a cooldown. So you've got cast when damage taken with Wave of Conviction set up. So that way, Wave of Conviction is basically going off all the time. That makes sense, right? That makes sense. Totally fine, right? Totally fine. However, that means because that's going to be going off basically whenever it is that your build is taking damage, whenever your character is taking damage, this cast when damage taken is pretty much always going to be going off, which means that there's a chance that this cast when damage taken, when it needs to go off, isn't going to go off. So there's a couple of ways that you can get around this. One of them is that you can actually use a manual Vol Molten Shell, and you can simply have Molten Shell up like oftentimes, whenever it is that you need it. And then, of course, while that's up and available, it's going to reset some cooldowns, but then cast when damage taken is going to come back up once all those cooldowns are back off. So essentially, this would add a skill onto your skill bar that you're constantly using by using Vol Molten Shell. But Vol Molten Shell is going to interact with your armor. Here's what Vol Molten Shell does. Vol Molten Shell gives you flat additional armor, and then 80% of damage from hits is taken from the buff before your life or energy shield. And the buff can take damage equal to 60% of your armor up to a maximum of 30,000. So 60% of your armor, which your armor is 7,000. So that's like what, 5,000 armor? That's like 5,000 additional temporary life or damage that your shield can give you. That's almost doubling your HP. Almost. So that's a lot of what it can take if you're willing to add this to your skill bar. And then, of course, it does some damage and reflects at the end of its duration. Now, you can do this as Vol Molten Shell because it's a bit better than just regular Molten Shell. But either way, like, if you're willing to add this into your defensive setup, this is going to add some survivability to your character. So that's another thing. It doesn't look like you're like particularly starved for sockets. So if you could add this in, Mark, you probably should. Mark says, no wonder why my flammability has very little uptime. It shares a cooldown with 2 cast when damage taken. Yep. So flammability is not going to be up very often. Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. So that's another thing that you should do. Okay. Now that being said, you can play Fireball. Everything else about your build, you can play it. You can have fun with it. I feel like I got to say this every time we look at somebody's POB who starts out and says, "Hey, I'm new to PoE and I'm learning." Again, we are all learning here. Just because me or somebody else in chat tells you can do something with your build doesn't mean you have to, right? So Electricize pointed out and does a great job of saying, hey, 100% don't have to follow most people. Just the last build that we reviewed was a Pathfinder with Archmage, so like one person ever. Exactly, right? So just because I or somebody else is saying, hey, you don't have to use Blood Mage because most people don't use blood magic, that doesn't mean you shouldn't use Blood Magic. Maybe it really is good for your build, and maybe it is that you're building around that. So that's fantastic if that's the case. If it's not the case, though, then maybe you can be getting more out of your build. So for instance, if we take away Blood Magic and we add in, let's say, instead of just Malevolence, let's also add in an Anger, which is going to give us a whole bunch. Just adding in Anger, it already adds 11% total DPS to your Fireball. So your Fireball goes from 17,000 up to 19,000. And that's just at level 15. That's without any boosts. That's without any empowers. That's without any added added skill gem effect. Or added aura effect. So that's just a consideration, right? As Anger adds a bunch of flat damage to your spells. Flat damage is really good because flat damage gets scaled up with all of your increases, like your increases on your Ascendancy and your increases on your passive tree and your increases through your items. So that is a very, very good thing to add. So I would consider adding Anger if you do decide to swap off of Blood Magic. So you'd swap off of Blood Magic, and then you're reserving your mana between Malevolence and between Anger. Those are two things. Another thing that you could do is you could also add Herald of Ash. which would also provide you with some serious bonus. Herald of Ash, where's Herald of Ash? So here's Herald of Ash. It gives you 15% of your physical damage as extra fire damage, and then you get 32% more burning damage. So if you add in Herald of Ash, again, you go up from 17,000 up to like 19 something. It's another addition of about 2,000 damage on your average hit. So that's another option. Again, none of these are saying you have to put all of them together, just saying here's some options for you. But with Anger, I have cast one fireball and then wait 1 second for the next fireball. Yeah. No, that's fair. Mana would be an issue. That's very, very fair. Mana, I could see how mana would be a massive issue. If you're reserving all of your mana, you need to have a lot of mana regen or mana regained on kill. So I can see why that would be an issue. Okay, let's take a look at your items. You've got a 6-link white socket searing touch. This gives you +2 to level of all fire spell gems and 18% chance to block, and then fire damage over time multiplier and increased fire damage. Okay, I'm going to try something because I actually don't know if this is true or not. So Mark, in the past when I've played builds that are either burning builds or ignite builds, I typically use a staff called the Staff of Innocence. Is that what it's called? Or the Martyr Staff? Is that what it's called? Martyr of Innocence? Yeah, here we go. Okay, so what this staff does, the most important part about this, is that this adds a whole bunch of fire damage to your spells. It adds a bunch of flat damage to your spells, and then it penetrates a bunch of fire resistance if you've blocked recently. Okay? So, not saying that you have to go change everything. Not saying that you have to use this. I'm just saying a lot of the time when I'm playing fire-based spell builds, I will use a Martyr of Innocence early on over rare items. So if we were to replace this, I'm just going to take a look here really quick. So we're at 17,382. Put this into our calculator. We're at 17,382 is what we're at right now with the Searing Touch. If I go and grab a Martyr of Innocence, my damage goes up from 17 to 19 just by swapping that weapon out. Just by swapping that weapon out. We already go up over 2,000 damage. So what is this? Minus 19,354. We added 1,900 damage just by swapping to that staff. All right, so these are all little incremental changes. Adding Anger, potentially getting rid of Blood Magic, adding potentially Herald of Ash if you can fit it, or either one, Herald of Ash and Anger, or Malevolence, Herald of Ash, etc. Whatever it is that'll work for your mana costs. These are all ways that will improve your damage. These are all things that will improve your damage. Okay, you're currently in your helmet. You're using Hrimroar's Resolve, which gives you an increase in fire damage. It gives you armor, and it gives you max life and cold resistance. Got it? Cool. I can understand that. Comb's Heart. Hey, one of the few advantages to using a staff is that you can use a combs. So that's good. It's a very, very good thing. Mr. Papa Pill says, damn, I need a breakdown help like this. This is what we're doing right now, Mr. Papa Pill. So you can send me a PM on Discord. You can join our Discord, our G3 Discord. All of that join information is down below in the video description. Typically, I only do this stuff for Patreon supporters. This is available for Patreon supporters at the $10 Patreon supporter amount. Typically, we'll do an entire video dedicated to a patron's build that they send in and they want feedback on. But occasionally when we're streaming, we'll do this as well, just as a fun thing that we do for the community. Typically, those Patreon build videos take me about an hour to an hour and a half worth of study to work through. And that's why I don't necessarily just open it up to everybody, because I simply can't look at everybody's POBs. There's not enough time in the day. And so when we're streaming like this, it's nice to be able to take a look at a couple POBs and help folks out as we can. All right, so body armor is Comb's Heart. I like that. Your gloves. Your gloves, what you could do on this, Mark, is you could just abandon the whole need for evasion at all and probably get a lot more armor out of your base gloves. So right now, these are hybrid gloves. You see how they're giving you both flat armor and evasion? You could just go in and say, hey, look, I just want top tier armor and top tier life and resistances on my gloves. Let's take a look here at what that's going to look like at this point in the league. I'm not sure if you're playing standard or if you're playing delirium, but we're going to take a look here. Whoa, life, and then resistance. What kind of resistances do you have on here? Do you have fire and lightning? Because you don't need fire. Your fire resistance is way over cap, and your cold resistance is way over cap. Okay, so it's cold and lightning. So let's just look for the best lightning, because literally if these gloves had 0 cold resistance on them, you'd still be overcapped by 50. So let's just look for gloves that have got life, fire resistance, and then that have got at least 300 armor. Let's see if that exists. Okay, here you go. The life on your gloves is 84 to maximum life. So let's say the pseudo to maximum life needs to be at least 90. All right, there's 560 results. So let's show at least how much fire resistance? Oh, we don't need fire resistance. That's right. It's lightning. We need 44 lightning resistance. Okay. Well, that might change the search parameters by quite a bit. All right, here we go. 136. So now it looks like we're actually getting some more hits. So 4C, 5C. Total life right here is already 98 life. So it's already an improvement of life. 2x, 15x, don't worry about that. You don't have to pay that kind of currency. Look at that, 80C. And you can get something with 122 maximum life and 40 resistances. So if we were to use these, Havoc, let's say you go in right now on this trade search. By the way, here's the trade search, Mark. I just sent that to you on PM. On Discord. So you can look at that exact same trade search that I got. Go buy these from Dude in the Shell. If you add these to your build, the Havoc Knuckle build, or the Havoc Knuckle gauntlets, you'll go from 5,800 life to 5,900 life. So that's worth almost 100 life for your build. It's quite a bit, right? Your resistances took a little bit of a hit, but you don't care too much about it. You're still overcapped. On your boots, your boots are pretty good. They've got life, they've got cold, they've got lightning, and they've got move speed. I like those boots, and those boots are, again, armor-based. Oh, I can just control pace? Thanks, Woj. I did not realize that. I thought I always had to go up to the Create Custom. That's actually really nice to know. So your boots are nice. Okay, so right now you're using it in Presence, which is totally fine. It's totally fine that you're using that. This gives you flammability, has 100% reduced mana reservation. So let's take a look here. Wow, if I could spell, that would be really cool. Okay, so this is the way how this works. Maddening Presence gives you nearby enemies are inflicted with Malignant Madness, slowing them by 10% and reducing their damage by 10%, right? Pretty cool, right? I think I've actually got... Do I have it in Presence on Standard? I think I do. Let's go look. I think I've got one. Story time with Uncle G3 Iron. Well, back in my day when I had it in Presence. Oh, oops. This is my headhunter guy. Oops. Well, I don't need all this up, but where's in Presence? Do I have one? I don't have one. You've got to be kidding me. I thought I had one. Well, I'm just a moron then. Oh, here we go. Okay. So here's despair. We'll throw despair somewhere. There you go. What do I do with a full stack of cards? Turn them into Navali. All right, so if you look at this, I can just cast despair, right? Because I'm using it in presence. It says despair has 100% reduced mana reservation, right? So you can just walk around casting despair. Or what you can do is you can actually grab a support gem that's called Blasphemy Support. Okay? So you'll need to put this with your despair. Okay? Oh, let's recolor this really quick. I need 2 blue. Can you give me 2 blue here? No, I'm not going to get 2 blue. 2 blue linked. Two blue? Not going to get 2 blue on a Yuri's Ire. Why am I wasting my time? There we go. All right, so what you can do is you can now link despair with blasphemy. Normally what blasphemy does, when you're looking at blasphemy, it normally says supported curses are cast as auras. Supported curse skills also count as aura skills. Using supported skills is instant. So now what you can do is with flammability, I'm using one because the presence that I have says despair, but yours says flammability. It works the same way mechanically. Is now instead of actually tapping and having to tap flammability or rely on a cast when damage taken setup in order to proc flammability, now stuff that is near you is automatically in range of your curse. Anything that's close to you is being affected by flammability. So if you can link your flammability with a blasphemy aura, this will make it so that because of Impresence, it is 100% reduced mana reservation. It doesn't cost you any mana whatsoever. So this means that anything that's close to you is going to be cursed with your flammability and is going to take increased fire damage. So that's another good thing. Okay. Also, anything that's close to you has this Maddening Presence buff, and so everything else is slow that's close to you. Okay. So hopefully that helps you a little bit. Okay, let's make one last note here. What's our last note that we're going to make for Mark? Oh, Mark, you had mentioned that mana was a problem. This is our last note for you today, Mark. Our last note for you is Lavinia's Spirit, which is a mana flask. While you're using it, it says your skills have no mana cost during flask effect. So that flask effect, 3.25 seconds, everything you cast during that time is free. It's free. So it's very, very good. So let's go and take a look here. What's Lavinia's costing in Delirium? 1C, 2C. So go pick up a Lavinia's for 2C. Bada boom. Right? And if you don't have 2C on you, go run some Blood Aqueducts. Humility will drop for you. That's like 2 or 3C by now. There you go. There's your Lavinia's. And boom, that solves all of your mana problems without having to redo your entire tree. Also, the Innocence Staff that I had showed you, where is it? Let's see how much a 6th link is. Guys, it's easy for me to say, well, just swap up your staff. It's only 20x. It's 2x. It's 2x for a corrupted version. And again, those links aren't all going to be the links that you want. Here's uncorrupted, that's 2.5x. So that's something of an investment, right? It's a bit of currency that you're going to have to invest, but again, it's going to pay off in all of this damage that you're going to see increase on your character. So that was the last thing we were going to say about flasks. Other than that, I personally wouldn't take any of this stuff up in here for the tree. That's just me. And I would probably come down into here and grab Barbarism for an additional fire resistance. And I think I would restructure most of my tree to come over here and grab the Scion Life Wheel. That's something that I think I would do. I think rather than coming up through this middle section, I think I would come over and around to come through the Silent Life tree. I think that's what I would do. This is also good. I'm glad you came up and grabbed this, Breach of Flames. I'm glad you grabbed this. Both of these are good. Both Heart of the Flame and Breath of Flames are both exceptional for fire-based builds. It is a long way to travel. Your jewel nodes, those are good. Those are both good. Those are both good for your build. So yeah, I would make those couple of changes as you're able, and then go from there. Your tree, I'm not going to tell you how I would redo your entire tree. I really would change some of your trees though, so that way you can pick up some more life if you do choose to go off of blood magic and start using mana. So that's what I would do. Okay, hopefully that was helpful to you, Mark. Thanks so much for submitting your build for us to take a look at and make fun of. All right, let's take a look and see who's next. All right, this is from Steel Phoenix. So Steel Phoenix, we are about to, if you are here, we are about to feature your build. All right, let's see here. Import. All right, let's take a look here. What do we got? We've got a Raider. Ooh, looking at a Raider. Glad to be of help, Mark. Hopefully we helped make your build a little bit stronger, and hopefully learn a bit more together about PoE. Okay, here we go, Steel. So we have got, Neje says, sorry to be a pain, but have you checked out the new Spectre data in POB? Not yet. Not yet. Haven't messed around much with it yet. Okay. Let's take a look. We are a level 91 Raider. Raider is such an exceptional class. I gotta say that right from the get-go. Raider is, for damage and speed, probably one of the top classes in the game. Like, where is it? PoE Ninja? It is sad how underrepresented Raiders are. Where are Raiders in the meta right now? Look at them, 1% of the league. At least according to PoE Ninja. Granted, this is level 97 to 100, so top end of top end. Very few people playing Raider. Okay, so Steel Phoenix has got Way of the Poacher for increased attack speed and +1 maximum frenzy. Avatar of the Slaughter for some more damage. Rapid Assault for evade chance and onslaught effect. Okay, and Avatar of the Chase for onslaught effect. Okay, so we're not going with the phasing side of things. We went frenzy and onslaught. Okay. Let's take a look. What are we using? We're using Smite. We're using Smite, Multi-Strike, Melee Physical Damage, Ruthless, Conk Effect, and Fortify. Okay. Huh. If we swapped off of multi-strike and went elemental damage with attacks, what would that do? Wow, we would actually lose a lot of DPS. Yeah, just because your attack rates would go down by so much. Wow, that's fascinating. That's actually really interesting. This is a hollow palm build. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so you're doing Rampage with Dancing Dervish, and then you're smashing everything with Smite. Okay. So here's Hollow Palm Technique. For those of you who are new to Path of Exile, this is a new thing during Delirium League. It's called Hollow Palm Technique. This allows you to cosplay as, what's his butt? The monk that just one punches everything. So you count as dual wielding while you are unencumbered, 60% more attack speed while you are unencumbered, and then you get 14 to 20 added attack physical damage per 10 dexterity while you are unencumbered. Our dexterity is 971. So what is that? 14 times 97? It's a lot of flat damage, right? Because it's 971 divided by 10. And that's the low end. So the low end is 1,000 flat added damage, 1,300 flat added damage. Physical damage, by the way. So if we want to do conversion shenanigans, like what Smite does, 50% of physical damage is converted to lightning, we're getting all that. That's pretty cool. Okay, Steel Mage Wojek says, I feel constrained on gear because I need 155 strength and a 111 int, and also res capped. And I don't know where to start with changing gear to get more DPS without butchering my res or HP. You have 10x at the moment? Okay. Well, so stats are your problem. Okay. Well, right off the bat, we're already a very, very stretched tree. Are you spamming war cries? Is that why you came over here to grab battle cry? Are you which war cry are you? Rallying cry? Okay. So we're spamming that. Okay. I mean, your damage is already out of this world. It's interesting that you feel like you want to buff that even more. But, I mean, why not, right? Damage is damage. Using Blood and Sand and Herald of Ash. Okay. Man, that's a lot of damage. Alright, so here's the thing. The whole Hollow Palm thing, you're going to be strapped for stats because you're strapped for items. Right? Like, that's just the reality of it. You have no gloves, you have no main hand, you have no offhand. So, you're going to be strapped for stats. Devoto's is good because it gives you movement speed, but if you could use a rare helmet here... Yeah. I think I would use a rare helmet here for more stats. Yeah, you think Enduring is better than Rallying Cry? Yeah, I think Enduring as well. I would think as well. Okay, your boots are the Garukian's Flight. +2 to maximum life per 10 dexterity. So that's a ton of HP right there. That's giving you 10% of your total life. I feel like we actually need to bump our dexterity up, though. I feel like 1,000 dex is like the minimum of what we want to hit. That's a good amount of strength and a good amount of dex and a good amount of life. I like that chess piece. I can see why you're using it. Percentage increased dexterity is good. Gain physical as extra cold. That's really good. I wonder if you could do anything better here with an Astramentus. I don't think so because of the percentage increase. Are you using a percentage increased belt? Okay, so you're using a percentage increased belt, but then you don't have anything flat on there. Let's take a look. Let's see how expensive this gets. This is an expensive build right here. You know, we're just looking for like a perfect mirror tier belt. That's all we're looking for. We're not asking for much. You sniped that amulet for 40C? That's pretty good. I look good in blue. Why, thank you, Patrick. Yeah, my webcam is dying and there are no more webcams in the area. So, I've tried to go in and mess around with the settings. But for whatever reason, like take a look. Like I can turn this down, but then I just get like really, really dark. I don't know what's going on today. I don't know what's going on yesterday. I'm just glad that the webcam is actually working because yesterday for about an hour and a half it wasn't. Oh, I went for all attributes. No, I want percentage attributes. Whoops. Yeah, which you could get a Cyclopean. That's not a bad shout out. Cyclopean would be good. Okay, here we go. Now we're talking. Okay, so where's a Stygian? Here's a Stygian for 10x. It's got 11% increased attributes. And then it's got 90 plus life on it. That's for 10x. Patrick, the question is, did you do my build? Did I miss it? You would have gotten a Discord message. Whenever anybody is getting their build featured, we send them a Discord message. So you could get this as a Stygian Vise. If you just want it as a regular belt, then it becomes a lot cheaper. You know, this is like an X right here for percentage increase attributes. Oh, that's interesting. Enemies have minus total physical damage reduction against your hits. That's pretty nice. That's like the Impale. It's the Impale pen. So you're going to use the catalyst to increase the quality on this, which your belt right here is already pretty strong, right? Life plus increased attributes is pretty strong. But my point with this is you can probably get a much better one that's also going to give you some strength, which you need on your build. Yeah, here's one for 6x. 43 flat dex, 93 life, some lightning resistance, and 14% because of the quality bonus. Here's this one for 55x. That's ridiculous. Yeah, I think your best bet is going to be just blowing your load on an amazing belt. Because the unfortunate reality about hollow palm technique, again, and I could be wrong. I say it to my wife every day. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. But your belt is a massive, massive opportunity for a bunch of stats. So is your amulet. And you're like, you could go with Astromentus and your amulet. I would stay with the rare amulet that you have because that's a great amulet. The percentage dex, the percentage evasion, the flat dex, and then gain physical as extra, like that's going to be really tough to beat. So your belt is not going to be as tough to beat, even if you just use catalysts to improve the stats on your own belt. That would be an improvement. Like, look at it this way. Every 1% increase on your attributes is like some serious flat damage for you. And even some life as well, because you're getting strength. All right, let's take a look at your rings. Int, Dex, Mana, and then Crafted Life. Okay, that's pretty good. You can probably upgrade that. That's going to be costly to upgrade that, but you could probably find one. This is a fantastic flipping ring. Top tier elemental resistances, top tier physical, top tier fire, or close to it. Yeah, that's fantastic flipping ring. Okay, so I personally would swap over to a rare helmet. That's what I would do. I get that this is granting you speed. But I would go for a rare helmet that's giving you more stats because, again, you're looking for stat stacking. So yeah, the extra cold damage at the lowest roll beats the 1% increased damage. Yeah, it definitely does. Like, you're getting so much flat damage that 5% of physical damage is extra cold damage. That's pretty ridiculous. Yeah, your damage conversion and your damage is just off the charts on this build. It's really, really strong. I like it. I like the build. I mean, it's hollow palm. It's fun. What is this? Enemies have physical total reduction, melee damage, maximum life, and then flat elemental. Okay. That would be pretty hard to replace. That's the one with nothing. That's the large. Did you get... did you want to go for one with deep cuts? Did you want to go with a large passive for deep cuts or no? Maybe not. Force multiplier, really good. Iron breaker, pretty good. Oh, that's why you're using the battle cry over here. Is because you actually went with double shouts. I don't know if these I swear these small nodes, I really don't know how much they're worth. Okay, so right now this is giving you 4%, 8%. It's giving you 16% life over 4 nodes. I guess you would have to replace 2 jewel sockets with 8% lifers as well as having some other stats in order to make it better than this. Because this is flat to all attributes. Have you considered using a split personality yet, Wojek? Have you considered using a split personality? Because if you did something like... granted, it's expensive, right? Split personalities, I'm pretty sure, are like 3 to 4x. But if you get a split personality with like Dex, and what's the other one that you were looking for? You said Intelligence is the other stat that you're looking for? Never mind, it's not even expensive. Are these price fixers? Maybe it's just the ones that I was looking for that were expensive. It's like 40C. So let's pretend that we throw this in here. Let's take this off. Let's go into items. And let's add to build. All right, let's put this in... Where's our furthest one? Let's put this here. Wait, do we actually lose passive points off of that? That'd be funny. Oh, that would be so funny. That would be rich. Where'd that little tiny one go? What? What happened? Something just happened. I'm going to reload your tree. Import. Oh no! Where did your import go? Tarnation. Import. There we go. Okay, so you're 971. Yeah, we lost stats by doing that. How is that possible? Is it because we're not that far away from the starting location? That could be why. All right, so we're at 956 right now. Let's go to items. Let's go back over here. Whoops, not whisper, copy. Add to build, tree. It's called the Rapture Scar. Yeah, I think we actually lost stats here. Or maybe POB's not calculating it right. All right, I'm going to take a screenshot. That's what I'm going to do. We're going to compare these. All right, so save that screenshot over here for now. And then let's go back to the Rapture Scar, go into our tree, and let's take a look. Okay, so average damage actually goes down using a split personality. Oh, POB doesn't calculate split personality. You're telling me the local identity doesn't calculate it either? Oh, that's so frustrating. That's so frustrating. Hey, let's use POB to help people with their builds, except for all these instances where it doesn't actually help. Ah! I have no room to complain. I'm not a coder. I would have no idea how to import it and make it work myself, so I have no room to complain. Nope, you're running the latest version. Okay, well then let's just think about this for just a moment. So this is what it's saying with split personality. All right, let's look here. Did anybody create a custom item that will work for this? Yes or no? No, I'm not seeing anything. Well, that's lame. Mr. Papa Pill says, I really wish PoE would just put damage in for dummies so you can simply see changes in numbers when swapping items and or skill tree nodes. Yeah, me too. I wish that my level 95 witch when I'm using SRS didn't look like the SRS only does 2 damage and yet it can kill Shaper. I wish that wasn't the case either, but it is. Okay, so this is what I would say to you. Steel Mage. I would say to take a leap of faith and consider that even though split personality is not calculating, this would be ridiculously strong for this build. It's going to add on 25% increased effect per allocated passive node between it and your starting class location. So, the amount of allocation that we've got off of this node would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Let's just say 25. Let's just say it's 25 passive nodes away. Okay. So that's what? 25% increased. The Joule socket has 25% increased effect per allocated node between. So it's going to be 40. It's going to be like 40 flat decks, or 40 or so, roughly. 40 int and 40 decks that you're going to add on there. So you're going to take a hit here if you go with split personality. You're going to take a hit there. Okay? But what you're going to gain is you're going to gain 40 int, and you're going to gain another 40 decks. Okay? So if you're willing to take a hit off of your HP, which is about a 300 life hit, you'll go up over 1,000 decks, and you won't have any problems anymore with intelligence. Okay. That's all I'm going to say on that topic. Hopefully you can get a split personality to work for you. Again, they're relatively cheap right now, at least those ones that are a mix of int and dex. Those were like, what, 40C? I will send you that trade search, so that way you've got it. And I'm going to take a break for lunch, folks. So I'm going to go eat some lunch. I want to say thank you to everybody for hanging out and for watching and for contributing to POB Help. Maybe back on later on this week, either playing more Mountain Blade or maybe playing more Path of Exile. Hopefully you have been enjoying our various streams this week and been enjoying our content during Delirium League. If you are, before you leave and before I leave for lunch, would you go ahead and hit that thumbs up button on the video? And then, of course, if you haven't already, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel to be notified about when we go live and when we have discussions about Path of Exile, as well as all of the other games that I like to play. You can, of course, join our Patreon down below in the video description if you'd like to support us in any way. I thank you so much for doing that, and a big shout out to all of our Patreon supporters who already do support the channel. And, of course, if you'd like to join our Discord just because you'd like to join and have conversations with literally hundreds of other people who enjoy playing Path of Exile just as much as you do, then you can do that. There is a join link down below in the video description. All right, I may be back on later on today, but most likely not. I'll probably actually have to get some work done away from PoE, but I could be back again most likely tomorrow with more POB help and more testing of Spectres and messing around in general in Path of Exile. So thanks so much for hanging out and for watching, and I hope today is the day a Mirror of Calandra drops for you.